Hi, I'm James Asselford. Growing up in Canada, most of us have enjoyed the privileges of a prosperous, secure, and developed nation. We have been blessed with good education, excellent healthcare, and rewarding career opportunities. We have an abundance of clean water, plenty of electricity, and shops that can satisfy all our needs. We are privileged with freedoms, peace and stability, and a wealth of opportunity. We may have seen one or two documentaries of people living in Africa and Asia, facing the problems of poverty, disease, and the lack of good food and a good educational system. Seen people caught in a trap of poverty, but we may not have been able to understand why they are in that situation and what we can do, if we can do anything, to change that. Even in our global village, we're aware, perhaps only dimly, of the challenges faced by half of our world's population. Living busy lives that are filled with work, family, church and community responsibilities, it may be a rare thought to think of the sadness and hopelessness that so many people face in our world today. So we may be surprised at the statistics. Over 1/2 of our planet's population still lives in poverty. These people are barely able to provide for the basic necessities to sustain life, for themselves or their children. Over 10 million children die every year from preventable diseases. Millions more become disabled for the lack of a simple vaccination or a nutritional supplement that may cost only a few dollars. Without assistance from the outside world, children born into this kind of poverty are sadly destined to live out their lives under the same cloud of misery. While we may have been taught in school that slavery ended over a century ago, human trafficking and slavery is still a very real problem, facing an estimated 30 million people throughout our world today. Millions more are enslaved by the circumstances in which they were born, being forced to work as day laborers for perhaps a couple of dollars a day. Without access to capital, without skills or education, they are unable to escape the trap of poverty into which they were born. We live in a divided world. We sometimes call this the North and the South, the West and the East, or the developed and the undeveloped or developing world. However you label the difference, it is hard to observe the difficult lives that people have to live without experiencing a sincere desire to do something about it. Being a responsible citizen of a shrinking global village compels us to get involved and do something to help end the problem of world poverty. We can take a sense of pride that the Canadian government is committed to funding programs designed to bring positive change to the lives of the poor. Beyond working directly with the governments of many of the poorest nations of our world, CIDA, the Canadian International Development Agency, works with many non-government organizations, or NGOs, to implement comprehensive integrated programs that are designed to lift whole communities out of poverty. This is the work of ADRA Canada, or the Adventist Development and Relief Agency. Combining the donations of concerned people in Canada with funding from CEDA and other partners, ADRA Canada is lifting people out of poverty in some of the poorest countries of the world. By bringing pure water, health and sanitation, education, agricultural instruction, skills training, natural resource management, and cooperative programs to a community, the ADRA network is able to break cycles of poverty and provide new opportunity and hope for a better future. When people hear about the successful programs of ADRA Canada and the way lives are being forever changed, they often ask how they can become involved in the exciting work that we do. One way that everyone can partner with ADRA Canada is by becoming a regular supporter through financial gifts. And many people find a real sense of satisfaction in knowing that they have found a reliable agency to work with that is doing so much good in the world. In many cases, the financial help that people give is effectively matched, sometimes many times over, by CEDA or other supporters in the ADRA network. A small gift of $100, after it is matched by supporting organizations, can quickly grow to $600 or even $1,000 or more. ADRA Canada is committed to work to make a difference in the lives of many of the poor around the world. But we cannot do it alone. We need help, your help. Please consider giving a monthly donation to help people in need. Remember, beyond our world, there is another one. A world that needs our help. ADRA doesn't just help meet the needs of today. We give opportunities for a brighter tomorrow.